industry. I joined it in '89 with MR, and it was even before fax machines. If we're going to date ourselves, we used to mail resumes. And what are the biggest changes, and what has remained the same?
There have been a lot of changes. I would say the biggest change is in the way that we communicate with one another. And I guess not really the way that we communicate, but the way we key up that communication. So when I started and when I was getting ramped up, I could call into a manufacturing plant and ask to speak to the plant manager, and somebody would connect me. I didn't have to know their name. It was helpful if I did. My trick was having to get around that gatekeeper, sometimes having to be creative because someone would answer the phone and sometimes they'd want to know why you were calling. And sometimes they'd be real inquisitive as to why you were calling. And now it's a different experience. Now you've got to know who you're calling. You need to know what their title is. You need to know what department they're in. Oftentimes you're not going to talk to a live person. You're just going to go through some voicemail system and leave a voicemail. And you're going to do that, 8 to 12 times, and then hopefully have a conversation with somebody. So I think it's the getting to the conversation that's the biggest change in the industry that I've seen. Technology is wonderful, and it's added a whole lot of benefits to the industry. There's a lot of information that we have at our fingertips now, but I think it's made actual communication between people a little bit more difficult.